If you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't date games, and I don't.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, yo, Wells, DeeKnow, here we are with another video. Let's go!
Hey yo, what's good? It's DeeKnow, and we're back again with another video full of crazy clips from all over the internet. I hope everybody's doing well today. Y'all know what it is, so let's hop right into it.
In training.
Holy shit. That dude with the water bottles is the one controlling it. That's pretty crazy.
Hey, someone send this to Iran. Hey, Iran, I wouldn't. The guy that died on a cross and then rose again 3 days later and ascended up into heaven, y'all are bombing his people. So the whole As-salama ding dong's about to be As-salama bing bong if you don't get your act right. I mean, he destroyed a city for being gay. Also San Francisco, I got a video for y'all later. I know y'all got these missiles and everything. He's got planets that we don't even know about that he can just be like, we don't need that one, crumble that one up, and act like Thanos and send it all down to you at once. Show me a missile system that you got that can counteract an entire planet. And I know we're in a day and age to where nobody believes in Jesus and everybody just hates anything about Christianity. This video probably gets 16 views just because I mentioned it. But what are my African brothers famous for saying? You gonna learn today? Maybe I got to speak 2025. When you mess with the homies, you get rocked in the mouth. Oh, and don't come over here and try to bring that crap here. We got too many boys around here that didn't tag out and are still pissed.
Mm-hmm. That's wild looking.
Yo, fellas, you realize Kobe died the day after LeBron passed his scoring record?
Yeah, and he tweeted congrats. They were cool. Just a sad coincidence.
Yeah, weird timing. But still, helicopters crash.
Not like this. No black box, no distress call, no impact warning. Fog so thick they grounded most flights. Pilot said, I shouldn't fly today. But guess what? He flew anyway and crashed. Clean.
Okay, but that's not a conspiracy. That's weather.
Really? Because Kobe was in court. He was suing high-tech pharmaceuticals. They were selling a stimulant called Black Mamba. He wanted the name back. He lost. Months later, he's gone.
Wait, that's true? I remember the Black Mamba supplement.
It gets better. Cartoon episode from Legends of Chamberlain Heights. Kobe crashes in a helicopter. Burns. Refuses to let go of his trophies. Exact same scene. Weird how they aired it years before. Almost like they knew.
Okay, that's just dark humor. Coincidence.
Then why did they delete the episode after his death? Why does no one talk about it?
And the crash location, Calabasas. That's where all the celebrities live. Kardashians, execs, producers.
A controlled zone. Land owned by trusts, corporate shells, old money families. Some trace back to global banking dynasties like our family. This wasn't a freak accident. It was a shutdown.
But why him?
Because he was breaking away. Wrote children's books on personal power. Started Mamba Academy. No woke agenda, no corporate script, just legacy, strength, discipline. He inspired too many.
And after the crash, his wife sued LAPD for leaking crash photos. They settled for $28 million. No one was punished. Media shut it down fast.
Same day, the Grammys at the Staples Center, the place Kobe made history. While they handed out awards, his death became background noise.
So you're saying he was eliminated?
Silenced. Not randomly, like Prince, like Avicii, like Chester. When someone shines too bright, the system decides, lights out.
For entertainment purposes only.
I began to pass out. Then my head hit the wall. Boom. But I had a prayer.
San Francisco Police Department gives us a rare look into how they're now cracking down on crime.
A drone was immediately launched from a stationary site to track 2 of the 3 suspects. Police say one was a 42-year-old woman, the other was a juvenile male.
That's wild. Alright, when they start tracking us with drones like that, that's bad. I mean, granted, they were probably criminals. They probably actually did something to be tracked like that. But still, the fact that they can do that and that easily, that's scary.
The Chinese government has accused the Trump administration of undermining recent trade talks in Geneva. This comes after the Commerce Department said it was issuing guidance to make clear the use of Huawei AI chips anywhere in the world is a breach of U.S. export controls. China said this is a discriminatory measure and demands correction.
That is ridiculous. I don't even want to talk about that. That's ridiculous.
It's a really urgent video. There is a Pentecostal church. The address is 1382 Olona Place, and it has some very interesting damage. The public is going to be allowed to go into this zone tomorrow, and there's been no investigation, no testing. No professionals have been able to really look into this damage. It's not a fire damage. It looks like a laser sliced this structure in half. Literally what it looks like.
So from inside the building here, you can hear the traffic in the background. It's clearly inside the church. He's going to look at some of the structures. You know, that pedestal right there is not even burnt. It's not damaged. There's nothing wrong with it. The rest of the church isn't. It's right along the seam there at the peak or the gable of the roof here. But what appears to be a precision line cut. I mean, surprisingly, there's nothing else in this church that is burnt or had caught fire. When you look at the roof here in a close-up, and then down below on the floor, you can see the embers are small, nothing large. They fell immediately right to the ground. And this rectangular shape cut out the roof. I mean, what does that? If any of you have any clue of what could do something like this, please let us know. You know, I don't know, it's just a thought, but I would think that these embers, you know, as hot as they would be, would ignite something. Maybe the chairs or the carpet. So folks, this was presented to us in an email, and it was brought to our attention, and after careful review and looking at what we have here, it really is suspicious looking.
I personally don't really know what I can do aside from share this with you guys. So yeah, if anyone can do anything to help the situation, please do as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, it did look like a laser. It looked completely like a laser went straight through that. That's wild.
Why are you wearing a horse head in my courtroom?
This is how I identify myself.
Did you just say that you're a horse?
Yes, Your Honor. I am here suing this lady for discrimination.
Okay, this lady here is here as a representative for Mango Park. So you're saying you're suing Mango Park for discrimination?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how is Mango Park discriminating against you, sir?
Well, Your Honor, they refused to give me the proper identification. So, that is quite aggressive statement, Your Honor.
All right. What's the issue with your driver's license?
Well, when I went in to get the identification, they requested that I remove my head.
I wasn't aware of the fact that horses could drive.
Oh.
I need you to be stable. Don't. This case is dismissed, sir. Now, what I'm going to recommend, sir.
Okay.
Is 50% of the internet bots? Well, that's what a report from a bot stopping software company says. But is it true? And why does it freak people out so much? There's this conspiracy theory called the dead internet theory. It states that instead of a digital super community, the internet is in fact an AI dystopia, controlled by the deep state, and where everything that you interact with is a robot. This is not true. But that doesn't mean that bots don't exist. Not all of these bots are bad. In fact, they're really integral to our daily internet life. Now, some of these bots are automated butlers, so they help us by clearing things up, collecting information, and making things run more smoothly. But there are also bad bots, and these are like minions who work for people with villainous intent. For example, a hacker might use bots to crash a website, steal information, or take over accounts. But is 50% of what you experience online a bot? No. The 50% figure comes from the amount of bots requesting access to the website that the software company protects from bots. It's not referring to the whole internet, and it's definitely not referring to social media at all. Now, that's not to say that there aren't bots in what you see on social media. When Elon Musk bought Twitter, independent companies estimated that between 5.3% and 11% of accounts on Twitter were run by bots. Now, that's not great, but it's also definitely not 50%.
Yeah, true. I mean, that 50% comes from utility bots, comes from customer service bots, comes from metrics about websites that have automation processes. That's really where that 50% comes from. In truth, like interactive bots, yes, 5 to like 11%, maybe a little more. I agree.
Going to hospitals, how can you protect them?
Here's the thing. The Donald Trump administration will use the fact that they fund 7% of our city budget as leverage over us to try and give up whichever category of New Yorkers they are pursuing in that day. Ultimately, what we need to do is tell those same institutions we will provide them that funding, and we'll get that funding by taxing the 1% and the wealthiest corporations right here in New York State.
Thank you so
More people than you might imagine have curses upon them. A lot of people did it to themselves. You did it whether you knew it or not. Every time you have ever gotten mad and said, well, I'll be damned, that is a curse upon yourself, and you probably never had a clue what you did to yourself. Let's undo it, okay? We want to transmute, well, first off, let's neutralize. Let's do it this way. Let's neutralize all curses upon you, wherever you live. I have a very good friend who tells about how I broke 4 curses on her family who all had bad knees. They were kind of crippled up, and they all started getting well. And this had been going on for 4 generations. She thought she had bad genes. What she had was 4 family curses. All right, we got that done. We have neutralized the curses. Let's transmute all that energy into 5th dimensional energy. What we find is a lot of folks have self-sabotage mental programs. They have self-hate mental programs, self-destruct, and self-punishment. If a person has self-sabotage mental programs, it probably doesn't matter how many classes they take for self-improvement, how many self-help books they read, how many affirmations they say, and how many prayers they repeat. They're probably going to find some way to screw it all up. Why? Because they have an overriding self-sabotage mentality. What I would like to do is neutralize all self-sabotage, self-destruct, self-hate, self-punishment mentalities, transmute all that into freedom. Now, please understand here. Let me see if I can give you an illustration. You see that I am neutralizing something, and the pendulum is going counterclockwise. That means we are removing an energy that has been used in a non-beneficial manner. Well, visualization plays a big part in this. In my imagination, I'm simply piling this energy up here. So when I get done, I got a great big pile of neutral energy. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just energy. And it will be directed wherever we intend for it to. So we direct it into something positive and beneficial for those we're trying to help. All things are composed of energy, and the intelligent human mind has the ability to change energy. We are simply changing something that has not served people well, or maybe you, and we're changing it into an energy that will serve you a lot better and make your life better. The human mind has the ability to do this, folks. We have the ability to turn this world into a lot better place. Now, there's a thing called thought forms. And thought forms are thoughts that we create and we give energy to, and they really take on a life of their own. If you or your folks you're working on here today have always believed themselves to be a victim, they're right. They've created a thought form that will attract to them the people, the circumstances, and the events that will make them a victim. You might have done the same thing. Well, if you did, it's time to quit. So what we want to do, and I'm going to help you here, but you got to go along with it. Let's transmute all thought forms, suffering, anything of that nature, victimization, anything, codependency, into freedom. Now remember, energy follows thought. If you put your thoughts into you being a victim, by golly, you got to put your thoughts into being free.
I like what he has to say. He's going on and on and on, not saying too much. He's doing the grandpa story thing, but I like what he has to say.
So wait a minute. I just want to clarify. You are 100% certain that there are 1,000 plus Al-Qaeda trained fighters within the United States borders?
Well, Al-Qaeda says they trained and deployed 1,000 for this attack. First off, I think there's more than 1,000 Al-Qaeda members in the United States. But for the Homeland attack, that number is based on what Al-Qaeda is saying, so they could exaggerate it. However, they did have about 1,400 in the Hamas attack, so the number is not off from what they did in the first round of attacks.
That's not something I really want to think about.
Nah, stop scrolling. You watched him pay for a kid's BBL? You should be in jail too. Don't you scroll, let me tell you what's happening. So Fat Joe, music producer, rapper, is being sued for $20 million by his old hype man, claiming that he sat and witnessed Fat Joe not only pay for BBLs for people who were under, you feel me, the limit, also claiming that he diddled them, paid for all her bills, her rent, would take her overseas, even moved her close by where him and his wife was, even thinking about leaving his wife for the said jit. The FBI need to pick this up. You watched him do what? And you want 20 mil for your mental? Bruh, if what you saying is true, you need to be in jail with him. You willingly sat there and watched him pay for BBLs, for jits. You watched him diddle jits. You participated in the diddling. This is what I'm saying. All this civil suit stuff without reporting stuff to the cops is crazy. Because if you went to police and you admitted this, bro, I swear you'd be in jail too. Like, how was everybody just skipping past this man admitted that he watched these things and never said nothing? Participated? Crazy work.
That is crazy work. That's real crazy work.
Oh, he turned around. Hey, Indy, you gotta watch out. They might set you on fire. That's what they do to robots. Now, I don't want you getting set on fire, Indy. I don't want them setting you on fire. I want to set you on fire, Indy. I want to do it. Don't take that away from me. So be careful. Be careful, Indy.
All right, man.
Chat, we finally got released from jail. They gave me a taco and a couple of big booty Latinas. Mexican jail doesn't even seem that bad.
Chat, I think I just accidentally joined a quinceañera. Bro, they gave me this plate, called me mijo, and I think I just got adopted by abuela. Hi, I'm not sure who exactly I'm supposed to be to the birthday girl, but Chad, I think I'm officially part of this family now. So here's to family, fire tacos, and thick Latina cousins. Viva la Kins, baby!
Compa, ¿qué le parece esa morra? La que anda bailando sola me gusta pa' mí.
Chad, I miss her so bad, bro. She was from Sector 9 and she had 3 hearts and only one of them ever loved me back. Chad, I shouldn't be doing this, but like, she needs to know how bad she f***ed me up. Hello? Yeah, it's me, the guy with 3 hearts that you shattered. Chad, it's like crazy how someone can be your whole galaxy one day and then ghost you like you never even synced orbit. Chat, it's 2:07 a.m. and I just told the greeter I was here for an emergency extraction. She gave me a cart and said, good luck. I'm buying nothing I need and everything I spiritually require.
Nothing I need. never sink to orbit. Like, what? Something's wrong with people in this AI now.
Situation that you were in where you've gotten confirmation of government's involvement with human alien hybrids?
Yes.
Okay. From a credible source, you can say.
Yes.
They know about the hybrids.
Yes.
I mean, gun to your head right now, you would say absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
They were able to collect DNA from aliens.
John Ramirez, former CIA officer, 25-year career.
CIA had a program
to trace this alien DNA
in certain families, and particularly their children were of interest to CIA.
The CIA was tracking the activity of hybrids, human alien hybrids in the United States.
That, and going back in their lineage, this program is the highest secret, top secret in the entire United States government. This top secret information exceeds that of Manhattan Project. His branch
did operations under the sea, retrieving things.
Bob, one of my engineers, was looking at one of the manuals. It's that thick. And he left that on his desk. The title was UFO Propulsion Systems, Manual of Operations.
We were flying something that wasn't a satellite.
What did it look like?
It looked like an egg. I personally had only one, I would call bad, but not demonic, experience. And that experience was with a reptilian-like being that showed up in my condo.
Wow.
Yep, that's wild. You should go watch that interview. Bro, ask for some help. That face, man.
It doesn't get much crazier than this. Lockheed Martin has literally made a UFO, or something like that. They made a craft that has technology that allows the ship, the craft, to change shape, to grow, to shrink, to change color, to charge itself without wires. Sound like an alien ship? Sounds like an alien ship to me. The skin is biological skin. Gee, where have I heard that from? Alien ships, crash ones at that. So this thing literally can allow the plane to change shape on demand. It has more of a muscular material, which allows the plane to have an intuitive sense of ability. Intuitive, that means AI, intellectual, right? To change shape when it needs to. It can predict it with the cameras that it has on the ship. It has advanced sensors and data flow that are built into the skin, still not using wires. And because of this advanced technology, the plane's able to change color in seconds like an octopus. Okay? It can potentially fly around autonomously. They believe these planes will be able to fly in packs, so we'll have an entire crew of these things just flying around unmanned. They're smart enough to communicate with each other in real time, and they're announcing this technology to the public, and it makes you wonder. If Lockheed Martin is telling us what they have now, imagine what they're working on for the foreseeable future and what the government has that we don't know about. What do you think about this technology?
I think it's really awesome, but also scary at the same time. I think I saw a movie about AI planes that could morph and stuff. This is a B-grade movie, like on some boat in the middle of the ocean in a smart plane or something. Yeah. That's wild. AI is dangerous. I'm telling you. That's too much. Yeah, I will say that laser rust removal is super cool looking.
I will debate against Trump if Trump wants to debate.
يجب أن تناظر ترامب كما فعل موسى مع فرعون وأن تريه معجزاتك الربانية أمام العالم غير هذا أنت دجال.
That's a two-part comment. One has to do with him wanting me to debate against Trump. I accept. I will debate against Trump if Trump wants to debate. I invite him to a debate. I invite all world leaders to a debate, whether or not I am truly from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether or not he sent me. We can debate regarding that. And I can also debate with any of the religious leaders and authorities worldwide. I'll debate with the Pope. I'll debate with the Grand Ayatollahs of Shia Islam. I'll debate with the heads of the Sunni religious institutions. I'll debate with any of them. So that's in terms of that. As far as the miracles aspect of it, miracles are not a condition. And not all the prophets and the messengers came with miracles. During their life, and people are not able to distinguish between what is a miracle and what is a trick, what is magic and what is miracle, what is fake and what is real. Okay? But having said that, if any of the world leaders or the heads of any of the religious institutions around the world requests a miracle, then we can do it, provided that it is public, in front of the cameras, in front of the entire world to see, in order that the proof is established over as many people as possible. Miracles are not performed for non-believing individuals, or else every single person on the planet, 8 billion people, can come and request a personal miracle. It doesn't work like that. But if a representative of a people comes, or the religious heads of an institution or a religion come, or a leader of a country comes and requests the miracle and challenges the prophet to one in front of everybody, in the same way that Pharaoh challenged Moses, right? Or the evil Jezebel challenged Elijah, we can do the same thing.
I don't know, that man is weird to me. And I keep up with what he's doing because what he's saying is just ridiculous sounding to me. And so I gotta see how it plays out.
Watch this.
What the heck are you doing?
That's what I'm talking about.
My daughter is sleeping with me in my bed tonight. She kept saying that she was really scared of something in her room. I'm a little bit shaky. I don't know if you guys can tell, but... So this is the same toy that used to go off in the past. And it's always terrified me since. So I would ask it questions and it would answer with noises.
Alright, y'all saw that hand move there at the end. That was creepy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No. No, we're not doing that. No. I don't know why you're into this, but we're stopping it right now.
I agree. Let's stop that right now.
Yo, I'm at the barbershop. Ryder said I look like I've been locked up since 2002, but this fade, kind of clean. Cut is done. Now Ryder talking about the pizza spot like it's personal. I ain't asked no questions yet. I'm just trying to eat. Ryder looking around like he about to rob somebody. Yo, he just pulled a piece on the cashier. Like, for real, he ain't playing. I thought we came to get pizza.
Yo, they pulled a shotgun on us. We out. I told this fool. I told him.
I can't believe this dude. Ryder, what the hell was that? Man disrespected Grove. I handled it. Yo, go talk to Sweet. He got this wild idea to start tagging walls again or something.
Yep. That sound like Sweet.
Sweet want to tag walls now? Man, next vlog might get messy. Y'all better be ready.
Man, are they just steady gonna go through the whole Grand Theft Auto San Andreas game? Because that's like the first mission. So that's where half of your UFOs are coming from, I guess. I don't know. That's crazy. It's like what, like 3,000-4,000 drones right there, dude.
Why he thinks he's got to keep walking in front of me, but whatever.
Well, I'm trying to get a drink, sir, for a DoorDash.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to wait for my order. It doesn't mean you keep walking in front of me.
I understand, but I'm just wanting to ask a question. Don't need to get aggressive about it.
You don't have to be an asshole. I'll fucking punch you in the fucking face.
You're gonna punch me in the face?
I might.
So just because there's a camera here, you're not gonna do it?
Dude, just get the fuck out of my face.
Dude, I'm just trying to do my job right now.
Before I whoop your ass right now. You don't think I whoop your ass?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go. I got good insurance. Come on.
Huh?
I got good insurance. Let's go. Yeah. Look, all I'm trying to do is just do my job. Want to do it?
You turn your fucking camera off, little boy.
Oh, you want my camera? No.
Yeah. Turn your little boy camera off. Turn your little boy camera off. Turn your little boy camera off.
No.
You take your helmet off.
Come on, let's go.
Punch your fucking
You want to get in my face? All I'm trying to do is my job.
Get the fuck out of my face right now.
Hey. Chill out, man. This is a public place.
You the one started
This is a public place, man. You chill out.
You saw that, right?
He was here before you. No,
chill out.
Yes, he was.
He was over there packing his bag. He got DoorDash in his backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm standing here for a minute. Don't disrespect nobody like that.
All right, but he started getting...
Don't do that, man. You a grown-ass man, man. This a little kid. You can see his eyes up under there. Just chill out, man. Chill out. You don't do stuff like that in public, man.
All I'm trying to do is just get a drink.
The people that you with.
That's people like that make me mad, and you kind of just have to grit your teeth and keep your mouth shut half the time, because you'll get in trouble for doing something about them being crazy.
So I just seen this on Facebook, and I only felt the need to post it on TikTok because my whole For You page is about this certain stuff. And this is January 16th, 2018. That is only 4 years after 2012. They said, sorry, but we accidentally ended the world in 2012. Accidentally ended the world in 2012. I think what I'm like shocked about is the sorry. Because I just feel like I need to listen to the video of him saying this so I can hear the tone of voice. This don't make sense. If this is real, okay, it would make sense because shit hit the fan after 2012. Shit hit the motherfucking fan after 2012. I remember it distinctly. Like, I remember that. Shit hit the fan. That's so crazy.
We'll say ending the world as we know it could mean a lot of things, but it could also mean some nefarious things. Maybe they did something that changed the entire magnetosphere, that changed the entire rotation of the planet, that changed time. Like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know the power of this machine. We just know what they tell us it can do.
Let me pivot for just one moment. This will disturb you. You may not sleep tonight. And I've known this for some time. But in the last 2 years, I've had 3 separate people who have been in comm centers, communication centers, and classified bases that have told me there has been intercepted communications from NHI, that they're just about fed up with that nonsense of us targeting them, damaging them, captivating their people, and doing this in a kinetic, meaning violent. Kinetic is another euphemism in the military. Just kinetic is, casualties and destruction, violence manner. And then that the problem is, because we have these advanced technologies that are psionic and technological, our craft, the ones that we have that are man-made, have pretty much reached almost an indistinguishable level with the NHI craft or ET craft. But by using this technology in an aggressive military and corporate way to simply get more and more of their stuff, their goodies, their technology, which is what all the billionaires want, right? Because they only think one way. How do I become a trillionaire if I'm a billionaire? That's all they care about, right? These civilizations out in space are absolutely fed up with that. And let me be clear about this. This is a warning and it is a threat. If we stay on that path much longer, the dangers to peaceful civilizations out in space and other transdimensional space-based civilizations is that it is untenable. So we're at a crisis and we have to fix it. And the way we're going to fix it is to stand down completely those aggressive weapon systems. Now, one of the executive orders that I have recommended to the incoming president and the Congress is a immediate cessation of the use of those systems that target, bring down these craft through a forced effort as opposed to peaceful contact. So we need to take that sword and all those tools they have, but turn it into this plowshare of open, peaceful contact without the ulterior, selfish motive of let's steal and reverse engineer more of their tech. We've already done that. It's been done for 70, 80 years. We don't need to recreate that wheel. We need to disclose the technologies that already are existing, that are to be used peacefully, not the things that fly, but the energy generation. But we don't need to go from one legacy program to something that would be equally misguided and would be using technologies that are psi-related aggressively or in a way that is forced. There should be no more forced takeover of the craft, and there should be no more striking of them with any type of electromagnetic weapon. So that needs to be done by an executive order and a law passed through Congress, and then it has to be enforced. And the way it's going to be enforced are the special forces guys who've separated from the military are now ready to work under a law enforcement team in the United States, and there's another team being stood up that could operate overseas. So I'm involved with briefing them, and I'm involved in trying to get them up to speed, but they can't act. My friends, listen, we live purportedly in a democracy. They can't act unless the president and the Congress acts. And because then they would be unconstitutional and rogue, right? So, which they don't want to be. They want to operate under the rule of law and the rule of the Constitution. So we need to write our leaders and explain, please pass the executive orders that Dr. Greer has provided in the presidential briefing document and the briefing document for Congress. Soon, we're going to publish that entire document, except with certain redactions for sensitive reasons, that everyone listening and everyone in the world can read. And it'll be a page turner. It's 300 10 or 20 pages, something like that.
Well, the problem is, Dr. Greer, that most people don't listen to half of anything that you say, and we all have to take everything everyone says these days with a grain of salt, because there's so many people lying and so many people making up things, and now with the rise of AI, there's just too much that leads to falsity. Well, that's all we have for today, everybody. I hope that you had a good time hanging out watching these videos. I had a pretty good time hanging out watching these videos. I appreciate the support that everyone keeps giving me every time I upload one of these. Everybody that stops through, comments, chats in the live chat, and hits that like button. If you're new around here, do me a favor. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And next time that we do one of these premieres, chat up in the chat. See if you like hanging out, you know. But yeah, again, I appreciate all the support from everybody. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, whatever it might be for you. And until next time, peace.
Now